Yo, for real, I love this. DM me stuff you want me to talk about on Instagram and I will make a video about it. My guy, Oki here, phenomenal dude. You're definitely going to see this guy on the podcast. Asking me to give my thoughts on the recent Patrick Laine extension. Y'all should for real DM me the stuff you want me to talk about. I love this kind of interaction with you guys. Alright, so let's get started. If you hadn't heard, Patrick Laine just got extended with the Columbus Blue Jackets for an annual $8.7 million over the course of the next 4 years. I think this is a high-risk, elite reward potential here. If you don't remember, Patrick Laine was picked second overall in the 2016 draft, only behind Austin Matthews. When he was drafted, no joke, he was considered to be the second coming of Alex Ovechkin. If you see the way he plays, you will understand because his play style is very similar, both with absolute missiles of shots. One more of a whip, one more of a snap. Doesn't matter because over the course of his years in Winnipeg, he had not really reached that potential or even close to it. It's not that he's been horrible, it's just that he hasn't lived up to the expectations that people were hoping for the second coming of Alex Ovechkin. In his rookie year, he had 64 points, the year after that 70, the year after that 50, then 63, 21, and 56. The 21 year, he only played 35 games though. So I mean, it definitely could have been worse, but for a guy of his potential, there's no reason he should be scoring under 70 any year. Here's what I believe his issue is. We've all watched him play. We know he is not the type of player to go and get the puck himself in order to create scoring opportunities. And he's never really had a playmaker who will find him where he is and feed him the puck where he wants to be fed. The best playmaker on the Jets while he was there was Blake Wheeler. Now, although Wheeler is absolutely an elite playmaker, his style is the exact opposite that fits with Patrick Laine's scoring ability. Blake Wheeler is not a fast player. He's a stationary playmaker who can thread the needle to a player. But here's the thing, he's the type of player that needs you to meet him halfway. You look at his more consistent line mates like Kyle Connor and Mark Scheifele. Those guys are scoring demons. Mark Scheifele always finds himself open in the top of the slot. Whether it be on the power play or 5-on-5, he is finding a way to get to the net, get to an open area, and whip a shot in. As for Kyle Connor, he's one of those guys who you can catch on a fast break entering the zone, or you can get him wheeling around the net. Either way, he makes himself available with his speed. And Blake Wheeler meets him halfway with an incredible pass and it turns into a goal. Patrick Laine very rarely shows the willingness to get open in the offensive zone. He doesn't really move his feet to get to any particular spot. He more kind of drifts while being covered, hoping that someone will find him. But when he does get the puck, he has a top 4 shooting percentage on the entire team ever since he got there. But you throw a guy in like Johnny Gaudreau who can meet any player at any spot. Although I do believe Matthew Tkachuk is one of the more underrated skill players in the entire league, 104 points, that was almost entirely because of Johnny Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau had 70 assists this year. That is more than any consistent line mate of Patrick Laine's his entire career. We saw how Johnny Gaudreau was able to make Elias Lindholm and Matthew Tkachuk elite offensive players. And even Sean Monahan before his breakdown. Even topping off one year with 99 assists. That is way more than any line mate of Patrick Laine's. I think Johnny by himself as a scoring threat opens up more space for Laine on the ice. Because Johnny Gaudreau is a very good goal scorer himself. He had 40 goals last year. With that space created, respecting Johnny's scoring ability, Laine now has more ice to float in and the best playmaking line mate he has ever had. So I say if they keep them on the same line, this deal is more than worth it.